Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mindset, Money, Success. And today I have a guest, Nadia. Would you like to introduce yourself, Nadia?
Hi, Lauren. Thank you so much for having me today. And I am a virtual business manager. My name is Nadia, and I'm based in Melbourne. I provide administrative, marketing, and operational support to growth-ready women in business so that they can grow their business sustainably and through the support, I aim to help them move from the kitchen table to sustainable growth. So basically, I work with really incredible women in business, and yeah, that's what I do.
All right.
Hello, it's Loraine here. And before we get into today's podcast, let me tell you about school. It's the all-in-one platform that coaches, trainers, and creators like us use to share content, engage our audience, and build recurring revenue. Whether you're through free membership or paid subscriptions, think $10 to $50 a month or even high-ticket upsells. School makes it stupidly simple. There's highly engaged communities, no more ghost towns. Charge monthly or keep it free, you decide. Zero hidden fees. It's just $99 a month after your first 14-day free trial, and you can cancel at any time. Unlimited members, courses and content, all with mobile app to keep your community connected. And the best part, you own the relationship. No algorithms burying your posts. Just your people, your content, your revenue. Are you ready to build your empire? You can grab a free trial and I'll drop the link in the show notes or below the video. Let's get you paid for what you already know.
That sounds good. So, how long have you been in business, if you don't mind us asking?
Yeah, it's been 7 years now.
Seven
So
years.
yeah, it's
Quite a
been
long
seven
time.
years. Long
Yeah.
time, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I started my business 7 years ago, and my baby was just 3 months old. So I wanted to progress in my career, but I also wanted to be a present mom. And now going back to 9 to 5 was something that I was not comfortable with. And, because I had to leave my baby and then go to work. So I wanted to work around and create something that would help me work around my family, my children, that would help me achieve my goals, and also enable me to be a present mom. So yeah, that's when I actually thought about this idea because spending like about 10 years in the education industry, I had a lot of experience, and I was like, if I can help my employers grow their business, why not? I can offer this as a service. So, so
Well, yes. So, when you were in employment, what sort was it? A similar type of business you were involved in?
So I was in the education industry. So I was a business teacher basically. And beside teaching, I was also involved in a lot of curriculum planning and teachers training as well, and then organizing events at this, at the campus, and a lot of managerial, responsibilities alongside. So I was also a coordinator, and I was teaching business. So I had a decade of experience, and yeah, and then I transitioned into the corporate world where I work with training organizations and help them set up the systems and procedures to stay compliant. Um, so that's when, yeah, when I was on maternity leave, I was just like, going back to 9 to 5 is not something I want to do. I just want to do something like I wanted freedom, and I
Mhm.
also wanted flexibility. And at the same time, I wanted to make an impact.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when this idea came. And honestly, I just started my business from my laptop. So I was just on a couch and I had a laptop and I just created my website. I didn't even know if I'm gonna get my first client. So, so that was a time when I was just like, I started going out or, attending networking events while leaving my baby with my husband and going out and letting people know about the business that I've created. And it was like, I mean, it's about challenging. Like you are sitting in a room, you have created something, and now you have to tell the whole world about it. And obviously, bringing in clients, I was very terrified, honestly. When I start, yeah, I wasn't sure it's gonna work. I wasn't even sure when and how I'm gonna get my first client. So, yeah, and then when I got my first client, I just couldn't believe it.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
So,
and slowly I just learned like there's so many people, like so many women in business, they need the support. And I have the skills and that experience, and I can provide the support. That's when I started getting more confident
mhm,
about my business idea. And yeah, I was nominated for awards, like national awards. Maybe that was my,
fantastic.
yeah, that was my second year in business. So yeah.
That's really good. I mean, I know that a lot of women want to do their own business, but I think the fear is sometimes bigger than just getting started. And I think that's been a little bit of the issue that I've had before as well. Um, I've started businesses and not really marketed it very well. And so you're just ticking along and you're not sort of getting any real sustainable growth in the
Yeah.
business. And I think that is a lot of problems that women have. It's like they don't get that sustainable level where they can think, oh, this is, it's doing really well. And I think you do need support. And quite often, sometimes there isn't the family support, there isn't the partner or husband support, and that keeps you stuck. And I think sometimes you do need an outside, like a coach or someone like yourself. I mean, um, when you got started, did you face any real challenges when you got started?
Yeah, the fear, as you said. I mean, I was literally terrified. I mean, I had that website, and I attended my first networking event, and I was so scared to tell people about myself. And then, when you go into the room and then you're just alone, and there's so many people out there, and you don't know anyone in that room. So going out there and talking to them and telling them about your business idea and then, about yourself, it was just like, I still remember I was so nervous. So yeah, that was like, but then again, your passion needs to be bigger. So
Hmm.
I had this strong urge to do it, to
Hmm.
create that freedom for myself, to create that flexibility for myself. Like, I'm really proud of myself. Like, right now, if, for example, I have to, like, I work around the school pickups and drop offs. So, I mean, I don't have to worry about after school care or something like, I can pick my child right when the school ends and bring him back home and
Hmm.
then get back to work. So, that freedom, it's just I wanted that because now I have two kids. So I started when I just had one. So now I'm a mom of two
Hmm.
boys. So yeah, so it's just like, you need to have that strong urge to do something. That passion needs to be really stronger. And honestly, there are ups and downs.
Hmm.
I mean, there have been a lot of days where I was like, I can't do this anymore, you know? But then again, you need to get up and tell yourself, like, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to do it. So, yeah, you need to believe in yourself first because if you don't
That's
believe in
true.
yourself and your vision,
Hmm.
it's very hard to achieve what you want to achieve. So I had a strong belief in myself that this gonna work, this will work. And then there was a time when I had clients from the US, not only from Australia, from like a lot from Germany, from US, and then a lot more other countries. So I was working for with different business owners, and then that exposure made me more confident.
Mhm.
Like now, if you say like, today, um, 7 years of support, supporting like, businesses, and then working on system streamlining their admin, their marketing, their operations. I mean, I got so much exposure. I got so much to learn. And then I'm still learning. So I
I
won't
think
say that.
it's one of these things that there's always something new to learn, isn't there?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to, I'm still learning a lot of things in my business. So as you go, you keep learning, you keep getting better. Every year, you grow every year, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just like, you need to overcome those fears that are inside you, and mindset is very important. Like you need to develop that positive mindset, and you need to surround yourself with positive people who can tell you you can do it, you've got this. So yeah, that's very important. Like, if you have that positivity around you, you are unstoppable.
Yeah, this is true. I think this is one of the biggest things that you need to have, because if you've got those people around you who are negative about what you're doing, or like are very critical, or and say things that can drag you down a bit, it gets to be like an impossible task. It's because you just feel as you can't move forward. I've been
Yeah.
in that situation as well. But I remember starting a property business a long time back. It was 2005. And
Mhm.
we didn't have any clients, and we just sort of spoke to two landlords who had 5 properties between them. And that's how a business got started. And in 2005, people where we were living didn't use the internet very much. And it was people were advertising student rentals with an A4 piece of paper and the landlord's mobile number on the
Yeah.
paper stuck in the
Yeah.
window, right, in the window of the house.
Yeah.
So that was what it was like when I started the business. So, and basically, then I actually had to learn some systems to put the business online. And that's when I started to grow the business. But I didn't know anything about property management. I didn't know anything about property rentals, but we just do it, and you just have to believe in it. And that
Yeah.
grew from nothing, from two, 5 houses and 2 landlords, to a business that lasted me 11 years. So, it was, like you say, it's the mindset plus learning
Yeah.
as you're going along, learning WordPress, websites, marketing, property management,
Yeah.
contracts, and all the systems that you've got to put in place. So I
Yeah,
guess,
and then as a business owner, you're wearing so many hats. You are the marketing manager of your business. You are doing the bookkeeping. You are the a customer service officer. You are everything in your business,
yeah.
and then you are learning so much when you are actually running your own business. So yeah.
So can you explain a little bit of like the types of business that you contract with?
Yeah, so I usually work with businesses that are providing services, so service providers and creatives and coaches. So yeah, and generally I am like all of my clients are incredible women in business. So I work with like I exactly know the challenges of juggling and managing life, family, business altogether. So I want to, like, when I started my business and then when I got the clients. So managing that balance between your life and your work, that's really, it's very difficult. And then when you're wearing so many hats, you just forget yourself. And sometimes you are like, you want to do so many things that you are unable to do now because you're so busy in your business. So I create that impact. So I help those women create the life that they desired when they started their business. So, instead of wearing all the hats, when you have the right support, you are able, you move from wearing all the hats to wearing just one. That is the CEO hat
Yeah.
that you so yeah, that's when you are actually you're able to focus on growing your business. And then because if you are too much into the day-to-day running of your business, you're losing opportunities. You are losing the time that you could have spent on marketing, or you could have delivered service to more clients rather than reconciling your accounts. So basically, it's just like, I handle all the chaos behind the scenes so
Yeah.
that you have that time to stay focused on your big goals, and be the CEO of your business.
Yeah. I think that's where quite a lot of the time entrepreneurial women can start a business, and they do wear all the hats, the marketing side, the looking at the taxes and all of the accounts thing, and every single little bit of the business, they are it. And so they haven't looked at how they can delegate or contract out different parts of their business, or even have employees. Because I mean, the business that I had, I didn't need employees because it was all subcontracted.
Yeah.
Cleaners, roofers, plumbers, all of these services that were contracted. So the business was an easier type of business than some businesses where you've got to actually have employees that you've got to then pay on a regular basis, and all of the
Yeah.
added complex things that that type of business entails, because you've got all of the social security and all of the things for employing people, and all of the regulations and health and safety and
There's so much that, yeah. When you have your own team of employees, yeah, there are a lot of things that you need to look at. But when you outsource and bring on board a person like me, so it really simplifies the entire process. You just pay for the service, and that's it. You don't
yeah,
have to worry about anything else. And then, besides, like, being able to focus on growth, you are able to create that time, like, instead of spending hours doing the admin, you can spend the time with your family. You can spend the time to do the things that you actually love doing, and then you start enjoying running and growing your business. I mean, it becomes, instead of being overwhelmed, you start to gain your interest back into your business, and then obviously it leads to quicker growth and
yes,
sustainable growth. Yeah.
yes. Because obviously that if you're doing quite a lot of the business yourself, there's a point where you can't move ahead, because you've got so many hours of the week involved in it that it doesn't go any further. So you get stuck at a certain level. It could be that you're under 10,000 a month and you're stuck in a situation.
Yeah.
But we met in a boot camp workshop with the Female Entrepreneur Association, and that was being run by someone who's been in business for a long time, Carrie Green. And I think her boot camp was actually explaining about how you could get a business, market the business, and move into a 10,000 a month
Yeah.
income stream, which for a lot of women isn't nowhere near where they are when they're in
Yeah.
business. I mean, I know that the property management business I was running single-handedly, basically, for a lot of years, and I did stick. I did stick at a certain amount and didn't get any higher than that. But the online type of business, and I know that now with artificial intelligence, there's a lot of different artificial intelligence softwares and models out there. So does that type of thing help you and your other clients now using like
Um,
AI and
AI, yeah. AI is like definitely a very valuable tool. And then if you're not using it, you are losing competition. So you need to know how to use it and how to use it to an extent that you are able to. I mean, it helps you to get things done more quicker. So rather than being stuck, and then you use it as a starting point. Like you don't have to start from scratch. So if you're working with an idea and you need to talk to someone about that idea and generate, like, do some brainstorming around that idea. So obviously AI can help you, like, ChatGPT is a very great tool where you can ask questions. And if you have trained ChatGPT, then it's more useful because it's going to give you a response that is suitable for your kind of business and then whatever audience you are targeting. So yeah, I love ChatGPT, and then obviously like AI has really made things easier when you are actually using the tools and then creating those systems, generating even generating your calendar. So it will look at the task that you need to do, and then it can create a calendar for you.
Mhm.
So I use it for my week. When I plan the week, I use ChatGPT, and then I put everything that I need to get done and ask. And then I also write, okay, being a mom of two, to create a schedule that would help me work around my two kids. Yeah, so it helps me create that schedule. So I mean, you can use it to do so many things.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been, I think I started a bit late, obviously, but when I've looked at the AI now, and I spend a lot of time on YouTube, checking out new things that are coming up and, watching these videos. And so I've used ChatGPT to start with, and then I looked at Google Gemini and
Hmm.
Perplexity and what else? Notebook LM. And that one, I actually created separate podcasts by putting links to YouTube videos and to PDF documents and things. And the Notebook LM produces a podcast where they discuss the the details that you've given to the software. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's lots of different things out there. And I mean, all
Yeah.
of the other ones that you can do with create videos and I think
Yeah.
there's different ones where you can actually program with your information, what your business is, and then it gives you a more specific advice and information. I think that's quite good to be able
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
It's I suppose it's like you're training the AI in a way.
Yeah. And then it's just like it helps you with the thinking. I mean, you're more creative when you have, you're using AI, like, creating images, videos, generating ideas, and then obviously refining it yourself. But yeah, it can help you as a starting point.
Mm,
When you're
yeah,
feeling like, when you're feeling stuck, that's when you use AI, and then obviously you feel back in rhythm.
yeah. I think I've used it quite a lot because of the information I've seen about it. So I just wanted to test things out basically, and that's what I've done.
Yeah.
So I do use it regularly, especially sometimes when you don't, when, like you say, you might not feel very creative, but you want an idea.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah. And then,
recently
being a
just done,
mom, yeah,
yeah,
it's like, mommy brain.
yes, confused. I know.
I was like,
It's
oh my
like,
God, I feel so exhausted. And then you have to be creative at the same time. So yeah.
it's like if you get to be an like overwhelmed by everything that you've got laid out, and you're thinking, well, I need to do this, this, and this. You do get overwhelmed. So I think what I did was I wanted to create something. So I said, right, okay, I want to create an ebook. Can you detail a step-by-step process in order to start at the starting point and then reach a saleable ebook, right? And yeah, it did it. And it wrote it like point one, do this, then this, then this. And it was like, I couldn't believe it. I thought, that's really, really good, because I guess even just what the AI laid out would be a saleable product, because a lot of people need to know how do, you know, so you might have an idea, but you don't know how. So you could watch thousands of videos
Yeah.
learn, or you could just go, oh, what, you know, and I need to learn this. How do we do it? But, you know, so I think the future, and what you said earlier, you're always learning. You're always
Yeah, exactly.
learning as you're going along, and implementing, obviously, taking action is one of the bigger things. So, yeah, it all starts with your mindset and getting that right. But it's having the belief in yourself, isn't it? It's having that belief in yourself, and then overcoming all the fears that you have, and then reaching out for some support. And like you did, you were networking. And I think that's a huge step when you're just starting out, to network, because you're getting around other people and like-minded people, like you said.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you need
Business
to
people.
surround you.
Yeah, you need to be around a different business people. A lot of people have no idea what it is like to be an entrepreneur or business person. They have no idea, because they just want the money at the end of the week or the end of the month. They're just like, okay, let's go do this work. I'll get paid, and that's it. But the difference with an entrepreneur is they have to sometimes work for a long time before the actual income comes through, before the money comes through, because you've got all of that period of the before the income, of setting the business up, doing the networking, trying to find the first client. And I think that's something that a lot of women can get stuck in. I've spoken to a few who do free coaching sessions because they haven't monetized yet. And so they've got this block about the money part.
Yeah.
They don't mind to do the sessions, and like they'll speak to people about the work that they do, but to actually be the salesperson, I think there's a lot of women who might have that block about sales and monetizing what they actually do. I know that's a big issue for a lot of female entrepreneurs, especially. I don't think guys have the same issue, to be honest.
Yeah, with the mindset, I had to read books. I mean, reading books really helped with my mindset, because there are so many books about mindset. So everyone is like, whenever you read a book, the first thing they're actually focusing on is the mindset. So, yeah, reading books really helped me. And again, surrounding yourself with like-minded people. So, for example, if you are aiming, like you really want to create a six-figure business, you need to surround yourself in a room where you have six-figure business owners. If you're not doing that, you might lose confidence. You might not be able to. I mean, you need that positivity. You need that enthusiasm. And then you need to share that room with those people. So you look at them, and then, I mean, this is like, so you have to surround yourself with the kind of people that would give you that confidence, that would bring positivity and would help you be more confident about yourself and strengthen your belief in yourself.
I think
Yeah.
that's really, really important, especially for women as well.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a woman can get isolated in the home. When I was much younger and married and having children, I just felt like, well, what am I doing? You feel a bit lost and you feel a bit isolated
Yeah.
as a mother, especially when your children are then go to school, like you say, the off, and then what do you do? You know, so I was always a person who was very entrepreneurial anyway. Like I would do things like machine knit clothes and
Hmm.
cook celebration cakes and ice them, you know, birthday cakes, Christmas cakes,
Yeah.
wedding cakes, things like that. So I always had this sort of creative,
Hmm.
entrepreneurial sort of thing going on in the
Yeah.
background. And I think sometimes I think to myself, do you know something? I'm unemployable. I am unemployable. Because I've worked in jobs and I've lasted a little while, and then I've just thought, right, that's it. Sorry, I'm going. And I just
Yeah.
used to pick my handbag up and say bye and walk out the door, because
Yeah.
that was who I was at that point in time. So I always just think that, yeah, I'm never going to ever be that employed person. And I'm always going to be the person I was when I was very young, in my 20s and in my 30s, the entrepreneur with the ideas, the intuition, the creativity, all of that.
Yeah, and
And I
yeah,
love
there's no
it.
going back. Seriously, when you're running a business, I mean, it's just like kind of like, I never want to go back to the 9 to 5. I mean, obviously, there were like, when you're running a business, it's not just like, you're not successful all the times. You are rejected as well. You face rejection. You face a lot of other things as well, and then obviously you feel a bit down. So there are like, all kinds of swings, and it's a roller coaster rides, but it's
Yeah,
just like you need to hang in there. And then as I said, that if you have that strong belief, then I mean, you will be able to create what you actually, had, I mean, in line with your vision.
mm-hmm.
So whatever your goals were, you're gonna get there, but it's just like you need to have that patience. You need to have that belief in yourself again, and then you need to have that positivity around yourself.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's definitely it. So we've come to the end of the session. I was like, great to have you on the show. And you've been through the whole journey. You've been 9 to 5, out of 9 to 5, and now in a
Yeah.
business. So you've managed to take a huge leap in your career, and you're helping a lot of other people in their business and their careers. So that it's fantastic what you've done.
Thank you
So
so much.
yeah, thanks for being on the show.